Peace, this is Star with the Star Blooms. What's good, y'all? So, it's raining here, okay? It's raining so hard. But, I wanted to basically share something because it's sitting with me and it's sitting in my spirit. I recognize a lot of the times we don't give ourselves permission to process things fully. I don't want to say appropriately because it seems so like this is the way to do it, that's the way to do it. And I recognize in my rate of embodiment that being myself in whatever way that I show up is what was necessary for me at that moment. So I want to be mindful with how I say this. But a lot of the times when you're dealing with dark energies, they want to be seen. They want to be engaged with. They want to be acknowledged. They want to be addressed. They want to feel. I believe sometimes that it be the reward for them. You know, I triggered you. Confirmation. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Excuse me, y'all. I triggered you. You reacted. This caused you to respond. I hurt you. You lash out because I physically did something to you to cause you pain. This is my reward. I have your energy. I have your focus. I have your attention. I took you off of the thing that you've been cultivating and in co-creation with the Most High. This is the thing that I'm basically able to keep you from bringing into cultivation, from bringing into creation, for fulfilling this thing. I kept you out of this relationship. It be the redirecting and the reassessing of energy that they benefit from. And a lot of the times, without having emotional intelligence, we fight fire with fire. You know, we don't know how to water things down within our spirit, within our heart. We don't know how to be at a rate within ourselves to where we can finally be at ease and be whole within ourselves. And sometimes people want to be able to have the opportunity to make out of whatever circumstance that you in what they believe it to be because they don't have the details. 222, thank you, Spirit. I recognize through these last couple of years, I've been going through so much, y'all. I've had so many different seasons that I've been able to cultivate. And sometimes it baffled me, right? It baffled me. And I was so astonished because I was so sensitive to people. I loved so hard. I wanted to love so hard. I had such a big heart. I had this desire to share my big heart with so many people because I felt like y'all so miserable, y'all so sad, y'all need this energy. We don't know that a lot of the times in our rate and our desire to show up for other people, we sometimes cause self-harm to ourselves because we recognize and we've already perceived what it is that we in engagement with. That's why we feel like we be the effect that's for the cause and that we're going to have the cure of some stuff that don't have nothing to do with us. And a lot of the times when you interacting with dark energies, y'all, could be anything. It could be gossip. It could be environments. It could be people's intentions. It could be people's projections. It could be experiences, etc. Okay? Carry it on and apply it and let it resonate within you however it actually is supposed to resonate within you and go back in meditation. Only take what's necessary. I don't do trauma bonding or trauma dumping. Okay? I want y'all to understand this. In a rate where I was at my weakest, in a space where I was at one of my darkest seasons, I had some of the people who I had poured so much into decide that they were all going to group together and decide to aim at me. All right? I could have done anything. I could have reacted. I could have responded in any way. Sometimes 411, thank you, Spirit, for the confirmations. 414. Sometimes I showed up in a rate to where I was triggered. But because Most High come before you. Most High come before you. Sometimes you won't know in your off season, right? Why you had to go through certain rigorous training. You won't know in your off season why you are doing the things. It be your preparation. It be your preparation, love. And you won't have a clue until it's at that point that you actually need what you've already integrated within you to show up in support and in participation within you and how you are. Some people don't understand why people have the ability to still smile, the ability to still be at peace, the ability to not lose their head and stuff ability to actually stand on their own if it's necessary, if it's called for, it's because you've had I was going to say the conditioning, because there's a rate of programming that happens when you go through situations, and it harms you in this rate of believing that this is the way that you have it. But it's not just a harm that's caused. When you experience certain rates of non-support, you have this ability to recognize how you are and what you're capable of. So in your making, you are doing whatever is necessary. And I kid you not, the Most High come in and fill in the gaps. Somebody might say some stuff about you, but you done set within yourself. You done affirmed over yourself. You know yourself to be true at a certain rate. So you start to speak life over yourself, not against the things that's being called in, but you have the affirmations already affirmed, and period. At 555, it'd be a period on the end of this. Oh, I'm beautiful. I know I'm beautiful. You get what I'm saying? Period. Thank you, Spirit. And you sit in this rate where you allow it to be that. So when somebody start casting the ugly spells, it don't hit. It don't hit, right? You allow yourself to be at a rate to where you consciously already are in rate of what it is that you are always meant to experience. Spirit told me something, and it's been growing within me so loud because it's such a beautiful thing. A lot of the times, and they said this, we say Spirit said this. We say Spirit said this, but reality, it's really, really you and your soul. Your soul's made a decision. This will be my new experience. I haven't experienced connections at a rate to where they've been reciprocal. So this is going to be something that you're going to go into, and you'll recognize how you'll start to move and how you'll start to focus on certain things, how you'll start to innately manifest certain things into your conscious experience, into your awakened life. And you don't even recognize exactly what it is that you did to call these things for, but you and your soul consciously made an agreement, and your body be in alignment in acting the things that you already done move forward. But if you allow yourself to constantly be at this rate to where you're being instigated, because that's what I believe it is. It's like rage baiting, road rage. It's so many people who aren't willing to actually sit within themselves and challenge the spirit that they're in an enactment of, because they've claimed it as their own. They have anger, they have envy, and they've claimed these energies. And if you work with your blood, you'll recognize a lot of the times this be Meemaw energy. Meemaw didn't deal with that thing because she didn't have what was necessary. But I'm seeing fit that I could actually do this. I could take this, Grandma. I could do this. I could clear this out our bloodline. You know, Papa might have not been able to say no. So he might been constantly giving out and doing things. So I could do, hey, Papa, I could say, no, we're not going to do it this way no more. Right? 808. Thank you, Spirit. We get to be at a rate to where we recognize first the infraction happens within the blood, but you continue enacting whatever, okay, misappropriation, whatever thing that keeps you from being sovereign, whatever thing that keeps you from being free. And then you claim energies that aren't yours. A lot of the times people be so invested in the darkness of things because they be scared of their own light. They be scared of being shined upon the things that they believe that aren't seen, but it ain't nothing secret anymore. The closer you sit with the Most High, whatever is necessary for you, you will be privileged to see fit to actually have that information. All right? A lot of the times y'all be giving power away because you feel like it's out of your hands, because you recognize you may have not took the first initial step towards something, but you've continued in the conditioning, in the programming of it. In your off season, you had some things that occurred regardless of whatever is coming up, regardless of whatever it is that you're walking into, regardless of whatever it is that you're walking forward towards. You have things that are built within you if you've aligned to them, if you've accepted them, right? So we got to get at a rate of where we're accepting of ourselves, where we're accepting of our experiences, where we stop wanting to cast the things away that's come to us, and we start to recognize it's a reason for this season and be in the happening of the now moment. And the more you get to the point of that, I swear to you, your empowerment comes from within. You'll start to speak over yourself in a way that you may not necessarily believe is right, because you might be a certain race of delusion, still trying to cast away the things that played on your head space, that played on your heart space. Be in agreement with the best version of you and watch how things will come in support of that decision that you've made. Peace. I love y'all. Don't give in to what it is